Good evening. Hey, Orpha and I are sitting here with Andrew and Martha. We have the Created to Become One marriage event coming up this week, starting Thursday night. What should people expect? What's this look like? Why should they even come here? What is it that we teach? And so my question to you, Andrew, would be, what has been the one thing that has impacted you and Martha the most from Created to Become One?
Submitting to one another in the church looks more like it's okay as long as it's on the husband's side of things. But when it comes to the wife, we're not really supposed to talk about that. Somebody brings that up, it kind of sucks all the air out of the room, you know. The thing that we've learned about that is that it's actually absolutely critical that we both are willing to submit to one another. I am supposed to be willing to give my life for my wife, but my wife has to be willing to submit to me in order for the whole picture to come together to make it work.
Right.
Otherwise, it doesn't work.
And so there's a way that God, you know, we can push back and rebel against these ideas, but it's principles and it's laws that God has created in us, and either we come into agreement with that stuff or we do not.
Right.
This is the stuff that we talk about. This is the stuff that we teach, and we're all on a journey along with you. And so we talk about this stuff. So Martha, what is the one thing for you that has impacted or changed your mind, or what stands out for you?
I think that submission and control actually go hand in hand and look very similar. If I want to truly submit, I will have to let go of control.
Right. Doesn't that make you less? Doesn't that just make you Andrew's servant?
Absolutely not. It can feel like it, but if it's done with the right intention or the right heart, then it's very freeing actually.
So how does submitting to Andrew, what does that do for you?
It gives me space to be me. It frees me to not have to make sure that he gets everything right and he does everything right, and I can just focus on making sure that I'm doing what I'm called to do and live out loud.
Yep.
A few years ago, I had a secret sin in my life, and Martha didn't know about it. And one day she found out about it, and it hurt her very much. I could see it, I know it, that it hurt her. And in her moment of pain, when she was experiencing this pain, she made a decision that changed her life forever. Because instead of condemning me, instead of doing all the things that we're used to, right? Divorce is what, 50% of the church, or maybe even a little more at this point.
I believe it's more.
She could have done all of that. She could have run away, she could have gone to mom's house, taken the kids, she could have done all of that. She would have probably been justified in doing so. And a lot of the church would have actually supported her in doing that. But Martha made a decision that day. In the middle of her pain, she reached out and she touched my heart. In the middle of her own pain. And I believe that's actually a big part of what submission looks like for her. And it can be for me too, but I'm giving this as an example of what she did. Instead of condemning me, she asked me if there's anything she can do to help me. And she offered to pray for me. And she was dead serious. She wasn't kidding, it wasn't an act. And looking back, the amount of influence that she exercised in that moment, see, submission is also influence. That's the beautiful part of it. If you can never get past a triggering point of submission, you will never truly understand what influence is. I'm convinced of that.
You cannot flow in your God-given authority.
Right. And she influenced our families. That day she had the power, she literally had the power, and justifiably so, to destroy our family or take us on a different journey that has brought us to a place of unity and connection that we never had before, that we couldn't ever dream of. And I am convinced that that is a big part of what submission looks like.
So there you hear Andrew and Martha's story, and they will be sharing at the event. Another topic that we talk about, we try to be very real, vulnerable, and open, because we all experience life. So we talk about sex, we talk all about this stuff, and we try to just be real with how life is. So Orpha, a lot of times we teach and talk about sex. What is it that you could share about that? Knowing all of the belief systems about sex, how women are responsible to give men sex, and that men just need this and all of that stuff.
The one thing that always stands out to me is the submission and stuff all plays in with that. If a woman truly is submitted, that's the easiest thing to do and the most life-giving. Sex comes from the intimate connections. You will find out keys to connect intimately, and then sex just automatically comes out of there. One thing that always opens my eyes is there's so much that God has intended with sex, obviously, with what the enemy has done with it and corrupted it.
Yeah, and so it's topics like this, we teach on this stuff, we talk about this, we like to say it this way, that there's no question that can be asked, or there's nothing that we're not willing to talk about. So along with that, we would love to see you here, because we've discovered that everything that we experience in life, if your marriage is flowing and it's great, then your business works, your family works, your life works. If your marriage is broken or struggling, all of the rest of your stuff will struggle. And so along with that, this year we're doing some really great stuff. We're doing a lot of giveaways, we've got a lot of surprises, we've got a lot of really fun events, exercises and stuff that we're going to be doing. And one of the things that we as a ministry, as the team here is doing, that we're giving away a 2-night stay.
It'll be a 2-night stay at one of our cabins, at Green River Getaway Cabins. And the cabin will be decorated. There will be a gift basket.
And Orpha has all kinds of little things she's going to want to put in this basket that none of us knows, and we're not sure that we want to even talk about what's going to be in there publicly. It is designed for couples, hot tub, big tub right in the bedroom.
That's right.
It's
where the magic happens.
It's where the magic happens.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to do the decorating and actually fix it up really romantic.
Yeah, and so Orpha has a lot of plans of what she wants to do. She's actually the visionary behind this, and so we want to bless you with it. Along with that, there's going to be a certificate for a couples massage. There will be gift cards to local coffee shops and stuff, and of course all of this has to be worked out, but what we want to do is we're offering a double date with Moses and Amelia, or Andrew and Martha, or Orpha and I myself, to the melting pot in Louisville, and then after that maybe a walk along the river and just a time of discussing, and whichever couple goes with that couple for a double date. It's just, we want to talk, we want to be with you, we want to pour into you, and we want to make this just a fantastic experience. Orpha and I went to a cabin like this one time, and God met us in a really big way. And we want to pass that on to you. And even throughout the event, we will be doing giveaways, because we want, this is not just about all seriousness and all your dealing with all your problems, but it is also a celebration, because we believe in celebrating marriage. And is there anything you want to say to that?
I would just say, come and find out for yourself. I can promise you, you're going to have a lot of fun. We make it a point here to actually schedule the fun in.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't just happen spontaneously. We actually have fun. Like, there's a plan to have fun, because fun is very important in a marriage. And we don't want to put on another boring conference of some kind, because you can go to any one of those anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of fun, and it makes it very unique. So yeah, I would encourage you to come and find out.
And so the way that you enter for the giveaway is that you register and you show up here. And we'll post the link in the comments section, and so you can register the link. We're excited about this event. We're excited for everybody that's coming. We're praying for you, and may God be glorified in all of this. And we will see you this weekend.